With the unofficial start of summer now just weeks away, you might be wondering what are the new summer travel trends and destinations to take into account, and how can one plan ahead and make sure that their summer trip is stress-free. Joining us now to talk travel is the Senior Communications Lead for North America's Airbnb, Liz Dubold-Fusco. And Liz, I'm ready to take a trip. I'm ready to call my Airbnb people and just get out there and have a good time. So let's talk about this, because the new trend is pretty much traveling the world kind of, right, this summer?
That's right. I mean, I think you are not alone in that everyone is so excited to travel again this summer. Actually, according to an Airbnb survey, more than 9 in 10 guests are considering hitting the road this summer. Many of us will do so with family. Family travel at an all-time high. Really, everybody's traveling. Seniors over the age of 60 are the fastest growing age group for nights booked this summer compared to 2019. And, I think we're really seeing two things. The first is that many of us will be traveling close to home. More than half of nights booked in the first few months of 2022 for this summer are domestic trips. But we are seeing that international travel has recovered to pre-pandemic levels and actually continues to grow. And then the second thing we're seeing is that people are heading to the beach. No surprise there. Half of nights booked on Airbnb are at listings just 3 miles from the coast. And that's actually probably why 6 cities across Florida are among the top 10 trending destinations for U.S. guests this summer.
And that you just said something that's kind of interesting, and that's, of course, people working from home or getting out there and wanting to go places. Let's talk about how remote working has affected pretty much our lives a little bit, and how's that going to affect us traveling this summer?
Yeah, the world has really changed. And in 2022, people are traveling differently than they ever have before. Because of remote work, we're seeing a few things. The first is that people are really traveling everywhere. Airbnb guests have already planned stays in over 72,000 cities and towns this summer. And we're seeing that people, when they travel, are doing so for longer. They're combining work and travel and are really living on Airbnb. Long-term stays are at an all-time high and represent 1 in every 5 nights booked on Airbnb. And then the last thing we're seeing is that people are really demonstrating increased flexibility about where and when they can travel. Unique listings actually really gained in popularity during the pandemic. The stay is really becoming a part of the destination. And in all of 2021, just to put a finer point on that, unique listings were added to almost 20 million wish lists on Airbnb worldwide.
Wow, that's a lot going on there. That's amazing. So, okay, I just saw Airbnb just announced the Airbnb 2022 summer release. So, what are some of the upgrades we're going to see?
Yeah, I mean, it is the biggest change to Airbnb in a decade. It's live right now. You can see it if you go to Airbnb.com, and it is really, really cool. And there's 3 things that I want to call out. The first update that we made was introducing Airbnb categories. So with millions of people now more flexible about where they live and work, as I was just mentioning, we created a new way to search designed around Airbnb categories. So you can discover millions of unique homes you never knew existed. When you open up Airbnb right now, you'll be presented with 56 categories that organize homes for you based on their style, location, or proximity to a travel activity. One of my favorites is actually the OMG category. It is literally all listings that when you look at them, you say OMG, because they are just so cool and crazy and awesome. The second thing that we've introduced is something called split stays. So I was also talking about how people are staying for longer on Airbnb. And the split stays is an innovative feature that actually provides more options for longer stays. It lets you split your trip between 2 houses, which is really neat as well. And then finally, we've introduced Air Cover for guests. This is by far the most comprehensive protection in travel. It is always included on your trip, and it's always free. And it protects you, actually. If, say, your host needs to cancel a booking, right before you travel, or maybe you arrive at your listing and it's not exactly what you thought it would be. In all of these cases, we'll find you a similar or better home, or we'll refund you.
That is so great to have, and I just love that Airbnb has been getting better and better for those who are going on there to get a place, and those who are putting their places up. And I think that's so great that that launch has been done. So, and I did see some of my OMG places that I'm going to go book right now. I'm going to the Arctic. I'm heading out there. That was so cool to see. So, where can we find out more information?
Yeah, you can go right to Airbnb.com. Again, right now, it's all live and ready on the platform for you to check out the new Airbnb and book your own summer vacation.
Oh my goodness, I'm ready to go. Who wants to go to Arctic with me? We're going to Arctic. We're getting on there right now. Liz, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.